Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Oh, so looks like they finally might have agreed on a budget. It's supposed to be voted on by tomorrow. We'll see. It looks like the Kurdistan Democratic Party, you know, the same group of people that they said they were going to pass the bill without. Not only were they not able to pass the budget without them, but looks like the Kurdistan Democratic Party got exactly what they wanted, according to the articles. So let's move forward and see if we got anything accomplished. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold, silver, or any other precious metals, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description, or just type in www.moneymetals.com/Pimpy. If you make a purchase when you follow that link, you will automatically be entered for a chance to win 10 free silver ounces. So get started today, and hopefully your stack will start to look like this real soon. So head on over, tell them Pimpy sent you. You can follow me over on other platforms. I do have my own group over on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. So head on over here and join us. It's free to do so. In here, I do post updates. If I should get on suspension from YouTube or get removed from YouTube and you want to know what happened to me, I'll let you know right here in this group. I can be found on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and the cool thing about YouTube, if you come over here and you join and you find my channel, I got videos going back, I believe, a couple years. So if you want to see some older videos that I have on Nasera, Jacera, gold, silver, cryptos, come on over here and join. Look me up and check out my videos. You can also find me on Odyssey. Catch me on Rumble. When I say that the links for all these are down below in the description, some of you don't know what I'm talking about. It's real simple. Just go down to the bottom right here of any of my videos. See this? This is the description. Hit show more. And there are all the links to all the platforms I just spoke about. So if you do want to head on over to Money Metals, just click it. And there you are. So come on over. Join us. I look forward to having you. So welcome back to the Pimpy Skimpy Peanut Butter Show. I don't know if you guys remember that. That's funny. But yeah, so now we see that there are more items coming out about the Biden family. Of course, I've spoken about this for years. So James Biden got a $1.5 billion construction contract in Iraq with zero construction experience. That's starting to come up all over again. All this is going to do is just add to the number of people inside the Biden family that receive money from governments with no experience in the fields in which they got paid for. But my thing is, how much work was actually done? So the end of a lengthy meeting of the framework and the announcement of agreement to pass a budget law tomorrow, finally, because I really do think that's going to be a pretty big boost to the economy. Said the framework had ended an important and lengthy meeting for him this evening. Is the framework just one person or is it a group of people? For them this evening and tomorrow will witness the adoption of the most important budget in Iraq that will be touched by their honorable citizens' projects and services. Well, we'll see. But if they do what they claim they're going to do, we should see a pretty big boost in the economy. So, like I said, the Kurdistan Democratic Party reveals radical changes to the budget law in favor of the region. And this after articles came out saying they're going to pass the budget without the Kurdistan Democratic Party. No, they weren't. Remember, the House of Representatives of Kurdistan Democratic Party bloc, so be, said on Wednesday, radical changes in the budget draft law in favor of the region. So B said in a press statement that today's meeting was close to discuss changes in the draft budget, explaining that the budget voting session will be held tomorrow, God willing, and we accept the law to pass. He added that there are radical changes in the paragraphs on the share of the Kurdistan region in favor of the region without disclosing what those changes are. The statement of the administration coalition held a meeting today in the presence of the Kurdistan Democratic Party to resolve the file of approval of kill the general budget. Boy, that sounds vicious. Kill the general budget. The presidency of the House of Representatives has previously set Thursday as a date for the voting session on the budget draft law. So that is mañana. Let's see if it goes the way they think it will. Said the Democrat, look how serious their faces are, man. That's pretty scary. The Democratic bloc will decide from the budget session tomorrow. So the vote on the draft law is set for tomorrow. Let's hope they vote it in. Democratic Party MPs will attend tomorrow's session to vote on the budget. We were informed of this. The agenda of the session was published, and we are deputies of the people before we are deputies of the party, so we have to attend. They are set to vote on this tomorrow. The session of tomorrow, according to the media department of the parliament, includes voting on the draft federal budget law for the 3 years 2023, 24, and 25, and a surprise statement of the finance minister, Sammy. She said yesterday that the minister of finance will challenge the budget if it is approved, and it has a change to paragraphs that the government included in the budget. It is noteworthy that most of the political forces, through statements to the news, announced their attendance at tomorrow's session and voting in favor of the budget. So what is Sammy trying to say here? That they might challenge the budget? I hope that's not what they're saying here, because it surely sounds like it. So the U.S. grants $12 million to promote climate change and gender studies in Iraq. I'm surprised they're going along with this. They're going to try to flip this country into the same thing we got going on over here in the United States. Said the State Department is granting millions of dollars for gender and climate change training in Iraq, saying it's to create stability in the region. Lawmakers are voicing support for ongoing fight for freedom in China, as a Monday marks the 34th anniversary of the Tank Man's picture during the 1989 Tiananmen Square massacre. Mike Pence is the latest to join the race for presidential, filing the necessary paperwork with the Federal Election Commission on Monday. As consumers push back on Target for introducing LBGD merchandise for children. So they're trying to force this crap on people, just so you're aware. If you're not familiar, each corporation has decided to do what's called an ESG score. And if it doesn't score high, then other businesses refuse to do business with you. This is what I'm talking about. Back in 2017, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink inadvertently revealed all their plans out loud. Listen to what he's saying, because this is why you're seeing $12 million being granted over to Iraq. They're trying to force countries everywhere to do the same thing. But listen to what he says.
You now make a point of that's an investment criteria for you.
Well, behaviors are going to have to change, and this is one thing we're asking companies. You have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of diverse employment this year, and what we are doing internally is if you don't achieve these levels of impact, your compensation could be impacted, okay?
We're doing the same thing.
And so it's just, you have to force behaviors. And if you don't force behaviors, whether it's gender or race or just any way you want to say the composition of your team, you're going to be impacted. And that's not recruiting, it is development, as Ken said. And ultimately, it's still going to take time, but I am just as much shocked as Ken is that we have not seen more opportunities, and we're going to have to force change.
You heard what he said. That's his ESG score. For those of you wondering why the hell your companies are doing the whole LBGT community celebrations and stuff, that's because they're being forced to by people like BlackRock. For those who don't know, BlackRock is the largest investment firm around the world. They buy so many shares of each company that they literally control them. If not, then they'll tank your company just by selling the shares, shorting them, or making some type of adverse announcement about your company. So people are forced to fall in line, or else your company can be damaged financially. At the same time, companies that are following in those footsteps, you can see what happened to Bud Light. I bring this up because that's what they're trying to do over in Iraq. By giving them $12 million for climate and gender studies, no, it's not study, it's indoctrination. You see, they only let you study what they publish, not the truth, which is something totally different. Anyway, so tomorrow we should hear something positive about the budget. We'll keep an eye on it. Keep your fingers crossed, because that'll be a biggie. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm out.